Welcome to my channel where we discuss everything and all things politics, economy, and development in Nigeria and around the world. In this video, we're going to talk about the reason why Shehu, Sani, and others should not cry for Southeast. Now, before we go further on this video, if you are new to my channel, you are not yet subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to my channel. Hit the subscription button, hit the notification bell. When you subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell, anytime I have a new video, you'll be among the first to know. God bless you. Shehu Sani, the senator that represented Kaduna Central in the National Assembly, shared statistics that made him to ask what is happening to Southeast. And that his question has also been reverberating across social media on Twitter. And what was the issue at stake? It was the total revenue generated by zone in 2023 that was made public by the NBC and also StatiSense. In that data, StatiSense, citing NBS, National Bureau for Statistics, stated that South, in terms of total revenue generated by zone in 2023. Now, people misread this data. This data is showing, before I go further to read it out to you, this data is showing total revenue generated per geopolitical zone, inclusive of IGR, that's internally generated revenue, and FAAC allocation. Now, South, according to the data, which I will put on the screen, generated 2.31 trillion in 2023. 2.31 trillion naira in 2023. Southwest, 2.22 trillion. Northwest, 1.41 trillion. Northeast, 911.65 billion. Southeast, 823.54 billion. That was the data that has caused all kinds of analysis on social media, and most of them got it wrong. So this is revenue, and MBS said that this tabulation was based on net FAAC plus internally generated revenue. So it is not all about internally generated revenue, but you can see that everybody, especially those out of ignorance, just looking at the data at face value, believe that Southeast is like a basket case. Nothing could be further from the truth. Southeast is doing well, and that's what I will prove in this video. Shehu, Sani, and others should not cry for Southeast. Southeast is doing well, better than any other zone you can think of, given the available resources. Like I said, people thought that this is just about the internally generated revenue. It's about federal allocation and internally generated revenue. That was what National Bureau of Statistics joined together to present this data. Now, you and I know, even by simple logic, Southeast is the zone with the least number of states. Southeast has 5 states. Other zones have 6 states, with the exception of the Northwest that has 7 states. By simple logic, you should know that federal allocation going to Southeast is going to be the least. You don't need to be Chika Obi or any other mathematics guru to know this. That given their number, the possibility of them getting the lowest allocation from FAAC is there. And that was why Southeast has been clamoring for an additional state. Okay? Now let us look at a bigger picture. Now, when you look at the number of poor people in Nigeria, you will now discover that Southeast is doing better. And I'll put it on the screen there for you to see that when it comes to poverty in Nigeria, Southeast has least poverty than every zone in Nigeria. In other words, if you look at it, Northwest, the number of people living in poverty is 45.5 million. Northeast, 20.5 million. North Central, 20.2 million. Southwest, 16.3 million. Southeast, 10.9 million. You mean that Southeast has the least poverty in Nigeria. Southeast has the least poverty in Nigeria. It means that Southeast has better standard of living than every other part of Nigeria, in the sense that if you look at the whole zone, as a whole, they have the least poverty. People are relatively doing well than any other part of Nigeria, to the level that they have the least poverty rate in Nigeria. So it's not about your federal allocation or your IGR. It is how are people doing generally in terms of poverty. So you can see that Southeast does not deserve anybody's cry. It doesn't need anybody to cry for it. If you care about Southeast, help convince people in the National Assembly to create one more state so that the FAAC allocation to the region will be higher. Because that is important. Then another important issue to take away also is this. When you look at the high IGR, or internally generated revenue, that is being gotten in Lagos and Abuja and Lagos and Port Harcourt in particular, who are the major contributors to the high IGR in Lagos, Abuja and Port Harcourt? Who are the rivers? Who are the business people? Because for you to get high IGR, you don't get it from civil servants. You get it from businesses. So who are the people doing the businesses in Lagos? Who are the people doing the businesses in Abuja? Who are the people doing the businesses in Port Harcourt or River State? So that's the question you can also ask yourself. Who are the people doing the business that are generating high IGR for Lagos? Who are the major players? You know that people from Southeast are major players in industry, in real estate in Lagos. And whatever that sector contributes to the IGR of Lagos State, people of Southeast are major contributor to it. And it's not only that, in commerce in general in Lagos, because Lagos don't get this IGR from civil servants. It's not from there. It's from businesses. And you and I know who are those who are really into business in Nigeria. Both small scale, medium scale, and large scale business. The dominant group, Southeast, plays a big role in that sector. So when Lagos claim, when the MBS said that Lagos generates high IGR, People from Southeast contribute significantly to that amount. Look at Abuja. Which business is thriving in Abuja? Who are the people doing business in Abuja? Who are the major stakeholders in business in Abuja? Former Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, Abuja, FAAC, in 2007 or thereabout, said that Igbos that are Southeast control 73% of lands in Abuja. Now, I want you to take note of one thing, and it was one of the subjects that I addressed in my book, The Igbo Phenomenon. These Igbos that dominate in real estate in Abuja, they were not, those lands were not allocated to them directly. They bought it from northerners. Majority of the land allotee owners, the majority of the allottees in FCT had been northerners and others. But what happened? When they allocated this land to them, people from Southeast buys it from them. They these people got the allocation, but they don't want to use it. They just want to make money out of it. They sell it to people from Southeast. And that's how you talk about South. It's not that Southeast people dominance in real estate in Abuja is because they were favored. No. Now you can see the price they are paying right from the fire time. Properties owned by people of Southeast are being demolished at random. The same thing has continued under Shehu right now. Most of those who are complaining, lamenting about demolition in Abuja, most of the victims are people of Southeast. Now, if you look at internally generated revenue from land rates, from property tax and what have you, who do you think are major contributors to the IGR of Abuja? So Southeast don't need for you to cry for them. They are no fools. They are the reason why Abuja is having high IGR. They are the reason why Lagos is having high IGR. You may debate it if you like. That is your choice. But you cannot stop you cannot wish away that fact that Southeast investment in Lagos and Abuja contributes significantly to the high IGR in these two areas. Even in Port Harcourt too, in River State too, it is a major factor. Also, you and I know that in every 36 states of the Federation, 36 states of the Federation, including Abuja, where people of Southeast, there is no part of Nigeria where people of Southeast are not major contributors, even if it is in Kano, even if it is in Sokoto, even if it is in Niger State. They make a significant contributor to IGR in any of these states, all over the country. If you remove the investment by the local people, the next people in line in terms of investment will be people from Southeast. So I don't see why people are making noises all over the place. I saw some people saying, you can see now, Southeast depends on federal allocation. How do you say that? How much is the federal allocation to the Southeast? That's not true. Southeast is one of the zones that if you do true federalism, you will see how Southeast will become the Singapore, will move faster than any other section can think of in Nigeria, from third world to first world. I don't have any doubt about it. I have done my study on it. And that is part of the things I talked about in my book, The Igbo Phenomenon. So you don't have to cry for Southeast because of this data by MBS. No, don't cry for them. Because Southeast is doing well. If you look at the WAEC performance, Southeast in the past 10 years have been in the top 10. If you look at the number of those who have been admitted to medical schools, Southeast, go and check JAMB. Southeast has been on top for several years now. So Southeast is not lacking in any part of Human Development Index. You don't have to cry for Southeast. Rather, cry for those who, despite having high FAAC and internally generated revenue, they are nowhere to be found when it comes to the issue of prosperity. They have large number of poor people. They are not doing anything to help. They're not meeting their quota in JAMB. Their work resources are abysmal. You can't say that of Southeast. So please spare Southeast your cry. Southeast don't need your cry. What Southeast need is justice. Give them one more state. Unfortunately, our Southeast is looking for one more state. Other zones are looking for more states to add to their own too. They are making a mess of the whole thing. But to give Southeast sisters like we have given to others. So before you make your comparison, you have to study the data in depth so that you don't mislead gullible Nigerians that Southeast is your problem in terms of generating revenue for the development of the country. I'm not even talking about Southeast being a major contributor, whether you like it or not. Southeast is rich in oil and gas. Imo State is an oil producing state. Abia State is an oil producing state. So if you say, okay, you want to do through federalism, or you want to go back to 1963 Constitution, Southeast control your resources, you know what it means. Southeast will blow. That's my take. I don't know what you think about all this noise that Southeast has the lowest IGR and FAAC in Nigeria. What do you think about it? Do you think that Southeast deserve for people to cry for it, or that what it needs is justice? Whatever is your position, let us know at the comment section. Thank you for watching this video. And if you are new to my channel, you have not yet subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to my channel. Hit the subscription button, hit the notification bell. When you subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell, anytime I have a new video, you'll be among the first to know. God bless you. And please don't forget to like this video, because when you like it, God will rank it high and recommend it for more people. Thank you, and God bless you and yours.